2019. It's over now, which means it's our retrospective episode.
Review.
Yeah.
Retro
review. Retro. Repeat.
Man. What a fucking year 2019 was.
Retro. 2019 was interesting. A lot of good stuff, though.
It was interesting. I agree.
I'm excited to hear what y'all think about it, thought about it, loved it, hated it, lukewarm feelings about it.
It wasn't the dumpster fire that was
2016,
2017, and part of 2018. But I definitely, I think there were some good positive things in 2019 that made me happy, and like really stupid things that just kind of was great, like a great distraction, and you know, I like stupid things.
I think 2019 was pretty great for me. It was a nice year of growth, some good necessary changes that happened.
Awesome.
Yeah.
For me, 2019, I set out to... My initial goal for it was to go out and experience more shit by like going to comedy shows and music shows and shit like that. And I was able to do so. I saw my first magic show with Justin Willman as the person. He was really fun and charming. I got to give him a hug at the end. And he was really there. Considerably shorter than me.
Aw.
I saw... 3 Minute Baby for the first time, as well as Pulp Fiction and all these other movies that people give me shit for not knowing. What else? Saw Norm Macdonald do stand-up, which was great, and like a few other like comedians that I really admire. It was such a good time.
Oh, it's very cultured
good.
here.
Yeah. That's how you gotta do it.
Gonna try and
all you
go
listeners,
outside more and experience
do it like Jay.
The outdoors.
Do it like Jay.
Get you some
I'm
culture.
planning on not working on 4th of July so that I can see fireworks, because I do not know the last time that I saw them. And I think they're very pretty.
Oh, wow.
How about you, Paul?
Aw.
I know I just talked a lot.
No. I wasn't actually really preparing for the conversation to go in that direction, as far as the review goes. So, 2020, no, sorry, it's not 2020. I mean, well, it is, but it's not for the episode. I think I'm having a stroke. 2019.
Should we come back to you?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay.
There's also a lot of entertainment and shit like that went down
I wasn't.
I completely forgot that Detective Pikachu was in 2019.
There was.
Really?
Right?
I wish I had seen it.
I haven't seen it either.
I hear
The
it's
animation
really
quality
good.
is so phenomenal.
It's better
too.
than I expected it would be. So it's just like, yeah.
Some are, yeah.
Yeah.
But, like Mr.
The
Mime
designs
is
are kind of
supposed to be
creepy, but like I think the comedy was like the selling point.
like there are certain Pokemon that are supposed to be creepy. Like Snubbull,
Yes,
even though it's a fairy
in
type,
and out
what
of
the fuck
universe,
is
yes.
that all about?
But, like-
It's a fairy type, but it's a Gurdog. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what?
It's like some
man.
bulldog.
I don't even remember like all the stuff that happened. There's so much to go over.
There's a lot. Like, I had to go. I'm like been on my phone this whole time, like trying to find like, okay, what the hell happened in 2019? Because like the older you get,
Very true.
like you just don't care about stuff as much anymore. And then like the years just go by. Like you're just like, oh man, you blink and you're like, holy shit, it's like been 5 years. Where are my shoes? So, for me, I like really notable things that stuck out for me of 2020 was obviously like Endgame.
Yeah.
Which we had to figure out was in fact 2019, as was Captain Marvel, which feels
February
like
or March
years ago.
Okay.
But it wasn't. It was like February.
Yeah, something like that. February, March.
And but there were some fun things like the storm on Area 51. Like, we know how that went. We know how that turned out, but I think everybody deep down was really hoping that like internet nerds would just like get us somewhere further than we've like been, like through like just, I don't know, like a joke gone too far. I know I was hoping that like something like more intense would go down instead of just like a bunch of nerds showing up in costumes, but
it looks like a small Burning Man.
Nah, it looked like a tiny like Comic-Con.
Yeah, it was just
like Sheboygan's Comic-Con.
Wait, what's Sheboygan?
Sheboygan.
We do like Sheboygan, but it's a tiny
place. Is that just
place.
a funny thing to say after sex?
Oh, man.
Sheboygan.
It's a running joke.
No, just go listen to the older episodes. It's an actual place, and it's an actual place. Listen to some of our older episodes. We've all agreed that we want to give Sheboygan more love, but
it's a nice place.
Funny.
You should Google it.
We should, yeah.
No,
it is. Does. That's hence why it came up, but like things that I think that we need to acknowledge like happened, like the storm in Area 51.
Still haven't heard it.
Little Nas X with Old Town Road.
I don't wanna.
That was a thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I actually really love it,
dude. It's produced by Trent Reznor, like 9 Inch Nails. Trent Reznor.
I didn't know that. Wow.
That's crazy. Like Keanu Reeves in general. Like he was like up there with Greta Thunberg in terms of like how people were talking.
And just existing.
Like, even though he just like is just there. That's like all he did was just be in movies.
Immortal.
Just existing and being like an all around swell guy.
You know what? And I think that's a good thing, because they're just like, in the time of like all of this like the Me Too movement, and just and like the Harvey Weinstein being on trial. It's like, it was nice that people were like, hey, what's a really nice guy who didn't use his power or influence to like force women to have sex with him.
He's dating a woman that's like, I think 10 years younger than him or something like that, and people are still just like, she's like 33. Like, people are whispering about that sort of shit, and it's just like, no, that makes sense. That's cool. And she's not like, I don't think she's somebody in Hollywood either.
That's appropriate.
I would need to Google that.
That's appropriate.
I can't confirm that.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice and refreshing when you see a Hollywood like actor like that's still dating.
Right.
That's like not dating like a 22-year-old. There's something really refreshing about that, because it makes me uncomfortable.
Well, yeah, and I also like his stance on even being single or being alone. Talking about how, he had this quote about how, how like, like people like kind of feel bad when other people go to a movie by themselves or eat by themselves, and he's like, I treat myself all the time. Like, it's okay to have quality time with yourself, like I'll take myself out to a nice dinner, like I'll take myself shopping for clothes, like, and there's nothing to be ashamed of, especially if it's something that I'm actively choosing to participate with, just chilling by myself. And it's like,
totally.
We had some like disappointments this year, like heartbreaks, like
real quick, I just
final
want to touch on what
Game
Paul
of
just
Thrones.
said. I just want to say that like it took me a little bit to realize,
and
too, and I've been such a happier person being able to do things on my own. But yeah, back to shitty Game of Thrones. The shit season that we got.
No, I mean that was rushed.
And the progression.
I think it's more like upsetting.
Because I know, like, the first 3 episodes, I was just like, all right, I'm in it. And then, like, after the 3rd episode, I was like, oh, no. No.
I think the thing that really knocked me out of it, because the first few episodes I thought, well, they're just building up. They're just getting the, I don't know what the fuck they were doing, but I just thought that, you know, they're setting some things up, and then I think when Dany turned the corner and there was that fucking fleet that took out her dragon, I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. Like, but part of the tactical advantage of a dragon was being so high up so you could see that.
Yeah. No, Euron Greyjoy was like
Fat Jared Leto,
like king of the fuckboys of 2019. He like, yeah, Euron Greyjoy. They did everybody dirty. They did everyone dirty.
Yeah,
they did
in that season, especially Jaime Lannister.
Jaime and Dany just being just like this, like just.
Like, I just, no, like, oh god, no, I just feel like Jaime Lannister, like, had the most growth as a character, and it was just like,
Yeah, it's like, let's go back and see.
Let's just have him vomit on himself and then poop his pants. And that's like what we got.
You know what I hate too is just the arguments of like, well, people just don't like endings.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not fucking true. Like the Lord of the Rings ending, that's great. That's a great ending.
I love things ending. Big Bang Theory just ended, so we don't have to deal with that shit anymore. I'm really happy about that.
That was
so
a
yeah,
great, that was a nice
every time
segue.
he would be watching it, and when I went over their place, he would just be like, "Oh, no, it's just on in the background. I'm not even paying attention." Sweet fist bump.
I'm like,
I was trying to get him to work with me. He goes, "I'm white."
no, there's this little sidebar. There's this reoccurring conversation that's gone on at work. Which, by the way, this is a conversation that I do not initiate for those listening. And of course, this being an audio medium, not a visual medium, if you haven't been able to figure it out, I'm white. But some of the guys I work with like to have this conversation about my blackness because of I don't know. Like there's three.
No, you do have some things.
There are three guys I work with who are black, and they're like, man, he's like undercover black, just to the lotion I use, like the music I listen to, the movies I've seen.
Yeah.
And so the three of them were near my cubicle one day, and like this dude came by and said what's up, and I butchered the shit out of his handshake, and like he like looked to my buddy Dale, and Dale's like, no, I can vouch for him. Okay, I was the one who gave Paul a hood card.
I don't think I've gotten one.
I never said he was perfect.
Oh, did you?
Well, I thought it was a parking ticket.
You can still you have to go online to pay
pretty
for
much
it afterward.
the same thing.
There's
still time.
You know.
Yeah.
You have to have one friend be like,
Yeah.
no.
You have to renew it every year.
Yeah.
Signed certificate.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much what it was. And then at one point, like, I remember, like, hey, Dale, well, Dale gave me a hood card. And Dale was like, yes, I did. And you earned it.
Honestly, working at a print
But
shop,
don't make me
I would
take
just
it
straight
away
up
either.
print one of those and just be like, yeah, Dale gave me a hood
So
card.
I had
It's
that
right here,
going
and
for
have
me
it
in
laminated
2019.
and everything. Yeah. It was like the joke I made with
Notarized.
losing my virginity. I was going to print out a V card and
Notarized.
like give it to the person and just be like, here you go. You have this forever now. What you do with it is up to you.
You know, I remember losing my virginity only because I didn't know if I did it right. It's like, I don't know if am I still a virgin?
Goes
I
into
don't know.
sloppy.
I just thought there'd be like... I don't know. I just,
That's what my parents
It's
told
like
me.
IKEA manual sex.
Is that not it?
oh god. There's this section of the IKEA like where really you call for help. I don't know if I'm
supposed to be
doing this
black?
right. There's a
Oh, what are you? What'd you get?
oh god.
Anyway, back to 2019.
We'll send it in solar.
2019.
I'm like still thinking about that,
I
Jay.
don't
What
know.
you
it was
like?
a
It's
joke that I wasn't
supposed to be
thinking
black,
about
and I'm
caught
just like,
in the moment, and I tried to change the subject. We don't need to bring it back. I accept that I failed on a joke.
Okay, sorry.
No, it's okay, man. No, but I'm really fortunate for Endgame. I know we kind of touched on it a little bit, but I wanted to circle back because I'm just amazed that we have like a solid decade of Marvel movies.
Yes, we do. I am still... It took me how many months before I could watch Far From Home? Because I was like... I think Endgame just like hurt my heart so much. Not because it was bad, but just because I was like, I love these characters so much and it was over and I was just like really like upset.
It was 3 months because you didn't see it in theaters. You had to wait for it to come out.
I would not go. Yeah, I wouldn't see it in theaters. We waited for it to come out and then I saw it because it was just still too
recently
raw.
And I still like teared up at the end when I was like, fuck,
but
it's still hitting this hard.
Yeah.
Like, there's a point in Endgame whenever we rewatch it where, like, there's a certain moment in the fight where I'm like, okay, turn it off. Like, I can't, because I just know, like, I can't handle
Very
Tony.
fair.
Like, I can't handle any of that. So it's like, okay, we're done. We're done. This fight scene's amazing. Now stop it. Because I don't want to see where this goes.
Yeah.
It's like watching, old, like, childhood movies that you really enjoyed, like, and you just can't see certain parts. Like, I was thinking about Homeward Bound when Shadow falls down that, like, shaft, and he can't get up the mud hill because he's too old and he keeps sliding down.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I can't watch that part. I mean, it has the happiest ending and everybody's okay, including Shadow, but that point, like, it just, I can't. It's just too much. It's too hard for me.
Cats rule, dogs drool.
Yeah, I can watch people's heads explode in movies. Like, I love horror movies and stuff, but if, like, sad things happen to dogs, like, I can't. It's like, shut it down.
Something happened to the dog, and I was like, what the fuck?
Shut it down. I don't want to see that.
Like, why would a ghost fuck with a dog? I know, right?
Yeah, when the dog just got pulled. Yeah, fuck that ghost. Like, I want to kill that ghost.
Like, so
I want to kill that ghost.
I want to bring you back to life and then kill you.
Yeah, fuck you, ghost.
So, like... Yeah, what's most of it?
Yeah, most of it. Yep.
Wait a minute. What's most of it? Doesn't sound like all of it.
I think up to like 7 or 8.
Oh, it was only 8 episodes.
So, like, either way, seeing Baby Yoda,
no, so like probably 6 or 7.
Like,
then.
I want to protect him.
Okay,
like, I immediately became a father and was just like, no harm can come to baby. If any harm comes to Baby Yoda, I'm gonna go to Disney and beat the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
Like, don't you hurt my child.
Yeah.
Baby Yoda just stressed me out. Yeah, like every episode I was like, if something happens to Baby Yoda...
It's so
like,
wild how they snuck that in at the end of 2019, too.
Or it'll be a long time to recover.
No, Mandalorian...
Yeah.
Yeah, Mandalorian is, like, one of the best things to happen in 2019. Absolutely.
I don't watch it.
As was, I thought, the Watchmen series.
Oh my god, Watchmen was phenomenal.
That was incredible.
It was really good. Like, surprisingly good, because I was ready to shit on that show. Like, it's not a sequel to the Zack Snyder movie, it's a sequel to the comic book. And it's like surprising how well done it is, like, in every way. Writing, the direction, the action, like, just
was The Witcher.
Unbelievable. So good.
Yeah, that was cool too.
I'm having a hard time with The Witcher.
We got through 3 episodes?
Not even.
And I was like,
we
don't
finish the 2nd episode.
You know what it is? You know what The Witcher is to me?
Shit.
Well, it's like take Vampire Hunter D and then remove
Henry
the sex
Cavill
appeal.
Is so nude so often.
I think more of it like Hercules or Xena. but like with like magical.
He's so beefy.
He's
not so attractive.
That just somebody could be naked and lack sex appeal. And it's not, I'm not saying Henry Cavill is not a sexy person, but I think the character he is portraying is not a sexy person. And like you look at Vampire Hunter D, like he doesn't show any skin. You literally see his eyes. Like, because he's got that huge hat.
Angela,
but
I fully respect
that is
you
a
as a person and as an individual, but I thoroughly disagree with your opinion on the situation.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Well, and I know, so I can see why the potential of like the Witcher like would attract, like it's definitely for men. You are the demographic for this. I am not the demographic for this show. You are. So because you have this like just lone like man that's like all like, ooh, I'm like the epitome of man. I don't have feelings or emotions. Because it's the idea, like the whole man box of just like men aren't vulnerable. And so it's like, ooh, he's a man. He doesn't have feelings. He doesn't need them because he's a man. He gets stuff done. He makes his money and has his sex and then like, but then there's like a young girl that he has to like protect, and it's like, oh. So she's the vulnerable one, and it's like, okay,
totally
men have purpose. Need to take care of this thing, and it's just like,
you should like in a bridge series. That was like really awesome.
Yeah, I was a little spot on though, right? Like,
yeah, that was really good.
But like, no, which is totally like, cool. But I've seen that already, and I've seen it done better.
I will say there's so much more to the character than just like making that brash assumption that he has no emotion and things like that. So, you also like glitched out in my audio for a second, so I couldn't hear all of it.
Well, no, I'm sorry. Like so he has 6. Well, so like, no, because that whole storyline of like the lone gunman type thing, it's like I said, I've seen it already, and I've seen it better, and like, so this, it's like, I wanted to like it. I really did. But then you got the chick with like the hunchback, and I'm like, oh, they're going to make her just pretty. Like, she's a witch. Like, they're just going to make her pretty. And we haven't even gotten there, but my sister told me, yeah, that's exactly what they do. They just make her pretty. And I was like, okay, I knew that was going to happen. But she doesn't have like a great personality at all. I actually really don't like her as a person. Like the character, not the actress. I'm sure the actress is a lovely girl. But like, so there's nothing really in it for me.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm the demographic.
Well, there is a bunch of women I work who
Cavill,
love that show.
Yeah, that's okay. Well,
but I don't know. That's probably why.
Yeah, like I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely want, because everyone keeps talking about the song, and I haven't even gotten that far. The only thing that got me, I think what turned me off was that fucking goat guy. Remember that when there's like elves and a guy with a goat face?
Oh, Jesus.
And I was like,
that was creepy. Yeah.
I don't want to watch this anymore. I would just, if I'm going to do a lone gunslinger protecting a kid, I would rather watch Mandalorian.
Yes.
But that being said, I'll give it a second chance.
I don't get why people were comparing it to Game of Thrones, though. I think it was pretty much just because it was a fantasy setting. Because they're very different shows.
It's a fantasy, and I think people want to just kind of fill that fantasy void. I'm excited for the Wheel of Time series, which I guess Amazon Prime is doing.
Yeah.
Which is, if you guys haven't read Wheel of Time, you totally should.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else we had for 2020. I don't think... Has anybody watched in this group break? I know Angela hasn't, but have you guys watched Breaking Bad?
No, I only seen the first 2 seasons.
Oh, man. Well, Breaking Bad ended, but one of the things that I was like mildly disappointed about was just they never kind of really explained more about what happened to Jesse, his partner there. And then Netflix did a movie. It was just a straight out feature length film all about Jesse after Breaking Bad, and I loved it. Like that felt like, because once that came out, to me, that whole Breaking Bad series, as far as I'm concerned, is like perfection. Like it's like it ended the way I was hoping Game of Thrones would end, in the sense that like it kind of fulfilled all of the things that it said it was going to do, and in a really kind of a fresh, organic way, and And so I won't get too much into it, but that was one of my favorite things about 2019. Because we're talking about shows, and I just thought that was such a great ending to the Breaking Bad.
Because they also had the continuation
the
for
Walter White,
Call
Jesse
Saul
Pinkman story.
Too. Was it a prequel? Okay, I thought it was a sequel.
Right, which is sort of like a prequel. Yeah, but it was. But no, I thought it was a great way to wrap up that story. So I really liked that. I know another movie that people kind of knocked, but I actually
watch it, so
liked.
I can't have an opinion on it.
That came out this year was X-Men: Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't that bad either.
I liked it. Only for like one thing. I only like. Do you care about spoilers, Jay? Okay. The only thing I love about the movie is that they finally killed Mystique, which is like, I mean, like I don't hate Jennifer Lawrence. I mean, she's just a honest woman trying to earn an honest living. But like the Mystique storyline, like the whole triangle with like Mystique, Magneto, Professor X, just derailed the entire series. And I just want to focus more on like the actual X-Men and not like the triumvirate of like ideology. It was
like they're trying to they're trying to replace the Scott, Logan, Jean love triangle.
Right.
I'm with you there. And honestly, the things I love about X-Men Dark Phoenix was one, that fight on the streets of New York. I thought was like the closest thing we got to kind of like real like X-Men like action, like as far as it being pretty close to the comic books. And Cyclops, I know I'm a huge Cyclops fan. I know it's a little biased, but I think he's got the best line in that entire, not just that movie, but the entire series.
Interesting.
Yeah, when Magneto's talking about killing Jean Grey and Cyclops says, "You touch her, I'll fucking kill you." And I was like, yeah!
That's good.
Because in this one, they actually gave Cyclops a personality.
They did.
And one of the things I like too is that, you know, when what was it like? It's like Xavier, Storm, Cyclops, and Nightcrawler. They're making a plan to go save Jean, and Xavier's like, it's just gonna be me and Scott. And Storm's like, she's my friend too. I'm going. And Xavier's like, no. And Cyclops is like, sir, as the delegated leader of the team, you need to shut the fuck up. You know, like it was leader Cyclops, and Cyclops was doing stuff. You know, so I applaud them that. But I didn't think it was the garbage that people said it would be.
Like most of the other ones, because like I
enjoyed
think
it.
they look good, especially. So I'm not gonna. I can't say if it was good or bad or anything like that. I'm not gonna knock on somebody for liking something I haven't seen. I'll watch it and then make fun of it.
Yeah.
I do like they made like the Phoenix Force like an actual like force instead of like mental illness for Jean Grey.
Oh, it was so stupid.
So.
Yeah.
So it was supposed to take place in the 90s, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so I did not get that memo, I guess.
I didn't either.
Because they totally did not get it.
No, that movie could have been in present day, and I would have noticed a difference. I thought that was good. I'm trying to think what else we had in 2019 that I. Knives Out was great.
That was really great.
I actually just saw that last week. It was great.
Yeah.
Cool. I thought it was going to be a good movie, and then it overperformed
episode.
at how good it was. I thought it was just pretty much going to be.
I mean, it's a great whodunit.
Daniel Craig.
Yeah, no, it. I mean, that was just. It was a great script. I thought every. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Daniel Craig as a Southern gentleman detective, I thought was great.
Everyone in that movie performed like.
I love Joni so much. She's my favorite character.
Which one was Joni? Is that the nurse?
The flam, like earthy, crunchy, like the mom of the granddaughter.
Oh yeah, the tart played by. I'm sorry, not the tart. The part played by Toni Collette.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Toni Collette. Like,
she's like completely different from Hereditary. I was like, you were in Hereditary,
she?
Completely different character. I was like, it was amazing.
She is fantastic.
I live for Toni Collette.
She's got range. She was the earthy, crunchy.
She
was the one who married his husband, but the husband died, and so she was just sort of
the daughter.
Yeah, right. School.
Daughter-in-law. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the wannabe Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Evans must have fucking loved playing this part after playing Captain America for so long.
Like,
yep.
Eat shit.
Such a little shit.
Eat shit. Definitely eat shit. Yeah. Also, the grandma.
That was fantastic. And a great gift.
Adorable looking lady. Mm-hmm. I love the fact that like the nurse had a physical spoilers. The nurse had a physical inability to actually tell a lie. She actually vomited. Yeah, it did. I thought it was hilarious.
And that played such a crucial part in the climax.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And then like the in for a penny, in for a pound.
That was fantastic.
And he grabbed like it goes. Back
I like
to
that actress too.
Grandfather said at the beginning of it, like these children wouldn't know a real knife if it was stabbed into their own chest.
Yeah,
that was such a good like full circle.
Mm-hmm. They really did a great job with that.
You know, and the funny thing is, that is the same guy who wrote and directed The Last Jedi.
Oh yeah, Rian Johnson.
Yeah, Rian Johnson.
Yeah. That's a curveball.
Nice.
And this is where I think that either J.J. Abrams should have had a full trilogy, or given Rian Johnson a full trilogy, and not have divided it up. Because I would have liked to have seen what Rian Johnson would have done with like building off of that movie. Like maybe Last Jedi could have been one of those things where, you know, if you saw it in hindsight with two other movies that he wrote with that storyline, you might be like,
instead of just
okay,
like, oh, this is
that's
what
why
I have
he
to
did
work
what he
with.
did, or
this is
whatever,
how I'm gonna take the movie in this direction now. What I think ideally I would have liked to have seen JJ just have the whole thing.
But yeah. But if you liked Knives Out, you should watch another movie he did called Brick.
Never heard of it.
Oh, it's good. It was like a Focus Features movie. Came out like early 2000s, but it's with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It's like a high school murder mystery. But they all sound like they're in like an old 40s film noir.
That's cool.
I know it sounds weird, but it's great. Let's imagine they're on high school, but like, hey Sam, what do you hear?
That sounds pretty fun. It's just called Brick.
Someone cracking Foxy.
That sounds quirky. I love it.
Dude, no, it was really good. Song, Brick House.
Yeah, it was good. Brick. Yeah. So yeah. I don't remember.
She's a brick house.
I'll hang out.
Maybe. I don't know.
They had a $500,000 budget. Whoa, and they made $3.9 million. Whoa.
Yeah, the movie is awesome.
Knives Out, they would have to pay that much money
profit.
just for Chris Evans alone, I think.
For Brick.
Or Jamie Lee Curtis.
That is a profit.
Yeah.
Right.
They all did a great job.
Oh my god. Don Johnson. Everybody in that movie was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, seriously, it was... I was just, as far as I'm concerned, Knives Out is easily in my top 5 for best movie
of 2019. Number 1, but I also don't remember all the movies in 2019. Like Detective Pikachu and Knives Out, those are my top movies.
Yeah, I can't remember more than 5 or like less than 5.
That's why.
Except
same.
Oh yeah.
I really enjoyed Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Well, yes. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was awesome.
Haven't seen it. No spoilers, please. I'll take my earphones out if you want.
Okay. Knives Out is great.
Brad Pitt does a great job too in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
In Knives Out.
Oh, did I? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
DiCaprio in Once Upon a Time.
And I really want to give a shout out to Battle Angel Alita.
Yeah, that was good.
Because that movie was really, really good. Like they really and for because who did it? It was what's his
Robert
face?
Rodriguez.
Yeah. I was scared when I saw his name tied to it because I was like, oh man, like how are they gonna make this?
I was scared when I saw that they had anime eyes
with guns, like because that's all I thought of. I was like, how are they gonna do this? Well, and then they did such a great job, and really, you could tell he was a fan.
I haven't seen it yet.
They
but
stuck
cool
to the source
spoilers.
material so well. Like this was the Battle Angel Alita that I had experienced as a kid, and it it was so good. Like they really fleshed out this world, and they did a really good job. And I was really pleasantly surprised.
Yeah,
with how good
I heard
they
a
did.
lot of people ranting and raving
so
about how
good.
it's like one of the best anime movies of all time and stuff like that.
You know what? Oh.
But like those people also forget about Speed Racer,
Yeah.
I mean,
no, Chapter 2 is.
which
Yeah,
We'll have to
Speed
do a review about
Racer
that at
is
some point,
up there. Because that was just a great movie.
it's so good.
We should
John
do
Goodman's
a
in it, too.
viewing.
yeah, because I haven't seen it.
It's so good.
Either.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
And-
amazing.
John
Like,
Goodman.
yeah.
I don't remember all the stuff that. What else has come out for
It's just
movies
fun.
and entertainment and whatnot? Did we even talk about the? Oh yeah, Joker. Jesus, there's so much stuff.
Joker.
Oh yeah, Joker.
I like Joker.
Me too.
Shazam, which I still will not see.
Shazam wasn't bad. Shazam was a lot of fun. I went to go see that.
It was like a weird tone. It was like kind of like a tone whiplash. It was like kids adventure movie, but also
Right.
like kind of like violent, dark movie. It was like weird. Yeah.
Huh. There's a bunch of movies I didn't
see
see.
that
Like
either.
I didn't see MIB International.
That didn't.
I didn't see Gemini Man with Will
Neither did
Smith.
Me neither.
I didn't see the second Lego movie.
Me neither.
I didn't see Maleficent, which I heard was really good, and I would like to see it. But I didn't see it. I didn't
I
see
heard negative things
Hellboy.
about Hellboy, so I'm pretty all set with
Me
that.
neither.
Yeah, I don't want to. But
I haven't seen it yet.
I
want to,
I liked Hobbs and Shaw
because,
though.
like-
I thought that was a lot of fun. Just Jason Statham and
fighting
The Rock
Idris
just
Elba.
like ragging on each other while they're
did see an
fighting
interview where
terrorists
it's
with
like,
Idris Elba. Yeah,
I did see a thing where
the best line
apparently
is
they
like,
gave
"Oh, Black
Idris
Superman."
Elba shit on set because they're like, "Oh,
And
hey,
he
what's the next
was.
movie you're doing?" And he's just like, "Cats."
Oh God.
I have not seen that, and I'm
Okay,
too scared.
so you know what movie we saw this earlier in the year. I think it has like a 19% on Rotten Tomatoes, but I actually loved this movie.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Polar.
Polar was awesome, and fuck critics, because that movie was dope.
Yeah, like
With Mads Mikkelsen as like the
Is that based off the
Come out
comic?
this year?
yeah.
Or was that last year?
Last
I think it
That
was,
was
it had
last
to been
year.
last year. It had been
Wow.
2018.
dang, that's crazy.
Wow. Fuck.
No, it's 2019, January
This was
18th.
great.
The
Yeah.
beginning of the year. I liked Glass, by the way.
Me too. The
thought it
ending
was
was kind of
good
like, but whatever. I mean, like I think it was still
What was
executed
wrong
well.
with the ending?
Just kind of like there. Well, I thought it was kind of like they went through all that trouble just to be like trying to convince them that superheroes aren't real. Then like it's like they are. It's just kind of like I feel like it was like a weird diversion of like resources. I don't know. It's like hard to explain.
Okay. I'm bad. I'm sorry, no, I'm
Yeah,
not bad.
I mean,
I'm still kind of
It's one of
bummed
those
about
like
Bruce
it is what
Willis
it is
dying.
sort of things. But like,
Yeah.
His character in Glass.
oh god, I was looking at movies, looking for movies that had came out to see if I missed anything, and when you said I'm really sad about Bruce Willis dying because I don't watch the news, and I got so fucking scared. I was like, "Are you serious?"
thing
And it was
that-
no, from
that there was
Glass.
that
Yeah, his character in
clarification.
Glass. Yeah, that made me sad.
Yeah.
Oh god,
he's still playing harmonica.
I'm so glad he's alive.
Yeah.
I'm so glad he's alive. Klaus.
Oh, Klaus was great. Klaus is also a great movie.
Yep.
Klaus is good. It Chapter 2.
Noel was good.
Yeah.
Wait, were you saying yeah for Noel or It 2?
It chapter 2. I call it personally the best anime film of 2019. It was totally like a live action anime.
Really? Explain.
It's just kind of like, a group of friends, childhood promise. They all come together at the end to defeat like
That's
this
pretty
big, like grotesque anime monster. It was awesome.
You know what's funny? I've talked to a lot of people who either A,
With the power of friendship.
right, that I talked to some people who
I thought
didn't like it.
my ordering of the
Or B,
movies
just thought it was
goes,
meh. but I liked it.
Original chapter 1 as being the best one, then It chapter 2, the new one, being the second best, and then chapter 1 of the new one, and then chapter 2 of the original. I mean, Tim Curry's performance was just so good in the original.
Got it.
Interesting.
I mean, It chapter 1. Oh yeah, and It chapter 1, the new one that they did, I thought was great. But and honestly, the second half of It that's not easy to adapt because it gets cosmic and weird.
Interpretation of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think so. I mean, like, because in the TV version, they don't even mention the fucking ritual of Chud. Like, so they...
Yeah, just verbally abusing it until it shrinks.
You're small,
that's all you have to do.
Yeah, right. But no, it was good. And also...
You ain't shit! You're just a fucking clown!
Which, and some people thought that was lame, but I was like, well, if this guy feeds off of your terror... I mean, the way to combat that would be, to not give him that, and to, like, belittle him. And I always took that as sort of like almost like an allegory or like an analogy of like doing that with your childhood fears.
Well, I could do that with
just
the
being like,
dentist.
you're nothing. Like, bozo. I know. But I also love how they did the giant spider because I loved that.
That was so scary.
Yeah, because he's a giant spider in the book, and then you see the movie, and you're like, wait, so he's like a giant crab with like nipple headlights? The deadlights, the deadlights. Wait, wait, wait.
No, Glass was 2019. I'm really late, but Glass was 2019.
Yeah.
There's some good horror movies though that came out.
Was Us in 2019?
Us was 2019, as was Velvet Buzzsaw. If you guys haven't seen this movie,
I have not.
You should see this movie. You should see this movie. It's like
scary.
It's like horror, but in
I
like
think I remember wanting to see
the art world, and it is.
Yeah,
there are some lines in this movie that is amazing.
It's like the art makes him kill people or something like that, right?
It looks so weird.
He's great in it.
He is.
What was it?
Nope.
That's
what it was.
The art like comes alive and like kills people.
Cool.
I'll have to check it out because
really,
I remember wanting to see
really
it.
good.
Yeah, it was very good.
And Toni Collette's also in it.
Yeah.
Toni Collette is in that one as well. I love Toni Collette. Anything she does,
she's
I'm
so
there
versatile.
for.
Yeah, she is. She's amazing.
That girl got range.
She does.
Always has.
Yeah. No, that was really
the second
good.
one.
Oh, Jumanji.
Wait, that was this year? Oh, wait, no, the sequel came out this year.
The sequel came out.
Neither have I.
Yeah, so the next. Yeah, I haven't seen the next level.
Yeah, neither
The
have
second Jumanji. I like the first one.
I haven't seen either of them.
Oh, you guys gotta see the.
I saw the original.
Welcome
remake.
to the Jungle. You have to see it.
Yeah.
Jack Black is like one of like he. I mean, I love The Rock. I'm always gonna love The Rock. But what Jack Black does in Welcome to the Jungle, it was just like it was perfect.
Yeah, he does.
He plays a 16-year-old girl to perfection, like a 16-year-old hot girl, like to a T.
That's awesome.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I saw the first sequel
like the
for
16-year-old
like,
hot girl.
I saw the first
so
one
good.
with The Rock and everything, but I didn't see the second one. Dolomite Is My Name came out too, which is the resurgence of Eddie Murphy doing stuff, which I thought it was good.
Yeah, he was on SNL.
Yeah, I heard good things about it. I haven't seen it yet. You know, I thought it wasn't bad either. Was that murder mystery movie with Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston?
Oh yeah, on Netflix.
Yeah,
That was
when
really
they're
good.
on the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
what was
that's fun.
that?
Murder mystery.
Oh,
Can't forget Godzilla.
Yeah, that was really
Yeah.
good. The Dead Don't Die.
Did we see that?
Yeah, remember it's with Adam Driver and Bill Murray.
Oh my god, yeah. That was just funny.
Yeah.
Just small town zombie apocalypse. With
wait, which was that?
Tilda Swinton.
The Dead Don't Die. Oh yeah, she plays an alien.
She plays an alien.
Godzilla came out in 2019 also.
Long shot.
As herself.
Oh, I
Godzilla?
loved that movie.
Yeah. What came out in 2019?
Oh, that's really cool. I want to watch that.
I want to see that. I do want to see that. I haven't seen it yet.
I wanted to see Hustlers.
Oh yeah.
I heard some pretty good things about it.
So now we have a list
Swinton
of
as Zelda
movies for
Winston.
we have a list of movies 2020 that we have to go see now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, just kind of Google it.
And when I say go see, I mean just like pull it up on our TV.
Yeah.
And just watch them.
TV?
Now, what about as far as like stuff, TV? Yeah, or just stuff that we've read this year? Are there any like comics or books or whatever that grabbed your attention in 2019?
Dawn of X, House of X, Powers of X. That was like super tight. Loved
that
it.
was really
Loved it.
good.
Long time. Like I haven't cared about the X-Men in like a decade until I read that. So it's like it's nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
that was really good. Angela, I think you started reading it, right? The House of X, Powers of
Oh
X?
yeah, because like Paul like knows exactly how to get me to read shit. He was like, yeah, it looks like Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Wolverine are in a polyamorous relationship, and I was like, what?
Excuse me?
So that's and then I was like, they're not having sex, so I stopped reading it.
Mutants have white privilege finally.
Well, plus it's like it's Marvel Comics, so but I love like the implications of it, like and in one of the I don't know if you saw this, Chandler, but in one of the books when they show the blueprint for their living quarters, it shows like it's like there's like because all of the rooms are just that they're rooms, and then you have Jean's room, and like it's connected to both Wolverine and Cyclops' room, so they can just
Good for them.
Go to and fro as they please.
Yeah,
girl, she figured it out.
I read Immortal Hulk.
Simple solution for a complex problem.
That in 2019.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's pretty much like they go back to the Hulk coming back at night and stuff like that. But he's like a lot more hyper intelligent.
Oh, that's cool.
But he's like he'll do anything to protect Banner, sort of Hulk mindset. Where it's like if somebody hurts Banner, he'll come out, hunt the person down, and like murk them, or like just beat the shit out of them in general, stuff like that. And it's really cool. Like I need to start reading it again because I like binge read it and caught up with it, and I think a whole lot more chapters have come out since, but it's really, really good.
Sure. That's awesome. I'll check that out. There's also another Marvel comic that I liked that came out. It was a miniseries called Spider-Man Life Story. Mm-hmm. And it's just basically about like basically kind of like the Spider-Man story, like uninterrupted, like in the sense that like without all like the retcon and everything, like it just
nice.
That was really cool. In the Dan King Batman series, that was really good too. That was the series where Catwoman,
and Batman.
Yeah. Like where
Did they end up getting married or no?
Well, so he proposed, she said yes. She lets him at the altar, but they got back together at the end. And you find out it was really cool because it was a really cool connection to Flashpoint. Like I don't know if you guys remember Flashpoint, but it was where that alternate universe where Bruce Wayne died and Thomas Wayne became Batman. And so basically Thomas Wayne was able to kind of come into this dimension, and so he was sort of like the main villain of the series because he didn't want Bruce Wayne to be Batman anymore, so he was basically kind of just dismantling
I feel like that's the opposite thing you need to do to get
inside.
Bruce Wayne to stop being Batman.
It was really good.
Yeah. What an idiot.
Well, and yeah, that's why it didn't work. But yeah, but it was still good though.
Thomas Wayne does?
Yeah, and he like teams
That's
up with
weird.
Bane. It was good. Yeah.
No. Like, I'm not saying it sounds like.
I know it
anything
sounds
like
weird,
that,
but if you read
but,
it,
like, it's just weird that, like,
it's really
I don't know,
good.
I can't imagine Thomas Wayne and Bane teamed up to be like, hey, so, like, I really need to discipline my son so that way he stops being Batman. So,
Yeah.
I've got.
Well, if you ever get the chance,
So I've got a.
someone ever buys you a tray for your birthday or Christmas.
List of anime stuff that came out this year. If y'all want to hear about what my tops are. I just looked at anime chart.
And I want to say Jay worked really hard on this.
So the winner started off. Thank you.
He looked at it really hard.
2019 started off with a series called Dororo, which is a remake from a 1967 series, which is originally created by Osamu Tezuka, which has done all sorts of like Astro Boy shit like that back in the day. And the original was super wacky, but they made this one really cool and like grimdark. And the animation of it is phenomenal. It's a lord of the land, like a lord of a castle, pretty much. Sacrifices his son to demons so that the land will prosper. And his wife, as she's giving birth, is like praying to the god of fertility to make sure her son is safe because she knows nothing about it. And lightning strikes and the baby survives. But he has no skin, eyes, arms, legs, anything. And the den mother, whatever you want to call her, sends him off in just like a little boat to like maybe he'll survive. And so the series is him like fighting, like grown up fighting these demons so that he can get like different parts of his body back. Because each one he defeats, he'll like get his skin or like his eyeballs or his arm or leg, whatever. And it's really cool. The winter also had a series called My Roommate is a Cat, which is the opposite.
Tale of Vengeance.
Which is a dude that's just like his parents just passed away and he doesn't know how to react to it, and so he sees a kitten in the street and he or not in the street at his parents' grave as he's leaving an offering to them of like sushi, and the cat goes and eats it and he decides to take care of it. And the series itself gives you the perspective of the owner and the cat, like why they're each reacting to their own thing. So you get the cat's inner monologue, like, you should be eating, here's cat food, like, here. And the cat's, like, pushing it toward him. Because the cat thinks, like, oh, I need to take care of him. And that's why it's hanging around.
Aww.
Mm-hmm.
Aww.
Then
that's what pets do.
Honorable
They take care of us, we take care of
a series
them.
called Kagura Love is War, which is about two, like, high school kids that are the smartest and like the class president and the like secretary, whatever. And each one of them is just like, I'm going to get them to confess their love to me. And they keep just going back and forth, trying to like be like, I'm not in love with you, you're in love with me. So it's very sweet. It's just a like romance comedy. Spring had the anime series Demon Slayer start off in it, which Funimation made the 10-year or top anime of the decade, which is a little biased, but it also was animated by a UFO table that did like Fate Zero and all these other incredible series, which is pretty much a dude that lives in the mountains in like some Hoboken town, or away from some Hoboken town, is just like a person that gives coal to houses so that they can start fires more easily and whatnot. And his family gets attacked by a demon, and his sister becomes one as well. And so he's trying to find a cure for his sister who's become a demon, but like he needs to also make sure that she doesn't attack any people or anything like that. Bless you. And so he's traveling with his sister, and they're fighting demons together and shit like that. It honestly looks incredible, and the story progresses very well as it's going on. And the action scenes are just so, like, I can't stress enough how beautiful the series looks as it goes on and on throughout it.
Sorry.
Demon Slayer. I highly suggest everyone watch it.
And I'm sorry, what was the name of this one again?
Yeah, I really think you'll like it, Paul. And Chandler, I think.
Oh
you'll
yeah,
like
you talked about this on the last episode.
Angela, maybe not so much.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
But honorable mention that nobody liked except for me was a series called Sarazanmai, which is Teenage Mutant Ninja Kappa Bros that defeat their enemy by sucking their desire out of their buttholes. Anyway, let's go past that. It was pretty fun, but nobody liked it except for me and fun. One other person that I know. So the summer had a series called Vinland Saga, which is all about like Vikings fighting England and all these other areas, which is really cool. I don't know. Pardon?
Yeah. I remember when that manga came out.
Yeah, I don't know if it was popular or not when it first came out.
I remember when the manga came out.
Yeah, I didn't think so. But I think with the anime out now,
it
people
was
are gonna have a
not
little more
at all.
interest in it.
Nobody read it.
Because it was animated very well and the story is actually pretty interesting. So pretty much a Viking that had enough of war and whatnot decides to retire to a village and pretty much just be with his family. He gets summoned to go to war, and stuff happens. His son ends up getting into war and becomes obsessed with killing a certain individual, and he basically just is obsessed about killing this one person, and basically is trying to do things the honorable way by fighting him in like, oh, my father is so-and-so, son of whomever, and I challenge you to a fight to the death, and the other guy just keeps like beating him all the time, shit like that. And there's a whole lot of politics that get involved with it, and the action scenes are really cool. Then there's also Fire Force, which is from the same creator of Soul Eater, which is a kid, like, so people have superpowers of different generations of fighter, like, it's weird to describe. They can use flames to their advantage, and each person's flames are specific unto themselves. So the main character has flames shoot out of his feet, and so he does a lot of capoeira. He's trying to figure out what happened to his family that ignited his powers. Pun in there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You can definitely see the relation between Soul Eater and the series with like the animation style or like the character designs and stuff like that. Then there was also a series called Dr. Stone, which is pretty much just Science the anime. People get turned into stone for some reason, and one of this dude that was like extremely smart ends up waking up first and tries to figure out a way to bring civilization back and bring like technology back as a thing, but he also meets adversity with another individual that wants to make it so technology doesn't get brought back, so everyone lives in the Stone Age, and so he can rule. Then fall had
interesting.
Excuse me. A series called Overly Cautious Hero. Goddess summons a dude that has extremely OP stats, but overlooks the fact that he's super cautious and doesn't want to like fight anything. So like he thinks of any situation just like he's ready for it. So like he doesn't even trust the goddess or anything like that that's supposed to be helping him fight these demons. And the goddess is just like a thirsty hoe kinda and just drooling over him whenever he's working out. So it's a action comedy adventure. Then two more. Kimono Michi,
sounds fun.
Another person gets summoned by a queen or princess of another dimension while he's in the middle of his wrestling match. His name is like Animal Mask, and he just wants to have a pet shop. That's his dream. And so every time somebody's like, okay, you need to fight these demon beasts, these like awful animals, he decides to beat the shit out of them and become friends with the animals themselves. So he can just have his dream of being a pet shop owner instead of being a hero. So that's pretty fun. Then last one is Mari Mashida Iruma-kun, which Chandler, I think you would thoroughly enjoy. It is a series about a boy that has broke-ass parents that sells him to a demon lord. And the demon lord buys him... Yeah, and you liked it, right?
Oh, we watched this at your place last time, actually. Yeah.
I also forgot.
Cute.
That's how he knew you would like it, because you saw it and you said, hey, I like this.
So the demon lord just wants to have an adorable grandson so that he can show off to his friends. Because they have really adorable grandkids. They're like, you don't have any kids. How'd you get a grandson?
They're so misunderstood demons.
And it's pretty much like him trying to like blend in with these demons and not stand out, but like everything he does makes him stand out more and more. It's a lot of fun. If you like a Hayate combat butler, then you'll like this series. The main character is also voice acted by the same person that does Deku in My Hero Academia. So that's everything that I think is worth mentioning. That's a new series in 2019. There was also like My Hero Academia restarting and shit like that, but there's plenty of season 2 shit that people are already watching if they were into it.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Cuckoo.
That was a lot of time.
Yeah, he did.
Take a second.
Thank you, Jay.
Hey.
And this has been the Anime Corner with Jay Phillips. I don't know what happened, but I like it. So 2019. We try to sum it up as best as we
everything
could.
on my list.
Well, I don't know. I didn't really read a lot of comics this year, except the ones that Paul gave me to read or tried to coerce me into reading because of like polyamory. And then, but definitely, I was reading a ton of fan fiction this year. And this year, for me, 2019 was definitely the year of Stoney. I read a ton of Stoney fan fiction, like a ridiculous amount. There's some good stuff out there.
How's the quality versus
what you're talking
Stucky?
about. I don't understand
Better.
these terms at all.
Considerably better.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so Stoney is a pairing of
and Stucky
Steve Rogers
is,
and Tony
Steve
Stark.
And Bucky.
And
okay, I'm on board.
yeah, I mean, Stucky is Steve Rogers, Bucky. Yeah, so I was never really like that into like that idea until I read this fic called Resistance by the Grey Tigress on AO3. And it's 32 freaking chapters. It's like a novel. And I read the shit out of it. And the premise is such. It's after being kidnapped during a fight, Tony and Steve find themselves in a nightmare unlike any other. They're millions of miles from home and trapped in an alien labor camp that can only be described as hell. There's no chance of being found, no hope of being rescued, and they're facing deplorable conditions, vicious guards, and other prisoners who are sadistic and cruel and just desperate to prey on them. Again and again, they're told they only have two choices in this place, work or die. They choose something else. Survival. It made me really happy, and that's like kind of what kickstarted it. Paul knows, because I was just like, it's like 1 minute I'm there and we're hanging out, and then the next I'm like on my phone and he's like, what? And I'm like, shh.
It's getting good.
Yeah.
A week later I was like, oh my fucking god.
And you're saying it's Stoney
It's
that
crazy.
you're involved with now?
So yeah.
Okay. Who knows
Well,
what
that
we might
was
get
for
for 2020?
Who knows what I'll get into this year? Who knows?
I don't know what the combination for Star-Lord
gets
and
crazy,
someone else
so
would
who
be.
knows?
Like Star-Lord and Drax. Strax?
I can find out.
Stacks.
Strax. I don't know.
I fully support it.
But yeah, it gets wild. So.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, the content's way better, and there is a lot of it. Obviously, not as much as Stucky. Stucky is clearly the fan favorite, but yeah, this was pretty amazing. So I don't know. We'll see what 2020 has in store for my next like fan fiction obsession.
Can't wait to hear about it too.
Yeah. It'd be great if we could like find a way to interview the writers on the show.
Oh my god,
They're probably
would
down.
love that.
We should look into that. That'd be really cool.
I should find these people. I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
I better reach out. I'll try to reach out to the Grey Tigress. You guys should read it, although it is 32 chapters.
I already bookmarked it.
Did you?
Bookmarked it. I did.
Just the name of the Grey Tigress.
Oh my god, okay, I'm gonna send you some more then.
Watch we find out the great. I would laugh if we find out the Great Tigress is my mom.
Oh my god, I would die.
Twist.
I would die. I love it.
So, well, lion would have been too obvious, so.
The Grey Lioness.
Oh my god. Yeah, so if the Grey Tigress, if you're listening, which you probably aren't because only
Please
like
reach
3
out.
people listen. Yeah. Thanks. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Wanting an
Or
autograph copy.
you might be getting an email from me.
Love your work.
I need to pick your brain, girl.
Also, I
Or
have
boy,
ideas.
I don't know. You do you, baby.
Yeah, that's awesome. No, there's a lot of good stuff this year.
Chandler, you bookmarked it. Thank you.
I sure did.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Good times.
2019, good stuff.
Hell yeah, it is.
Yeah, I would say so.
2020 is going to be dope, y'all.
I am excited. Anybody have any
As I mentioned,
goals
I
on what they want to do
more.
for the upcoming year?
Mine's just kind of staying on my...
What?
Like I said, I want to go out more and like.
All right, one at a time. Jay.
Be outside in nature, go for hikes, stuff like that. Like be off my phone more, I guess, and like I guess travel places. I'd like to go to other parts
Beautiful.
of the country, but now I might be planning another trip, but we'll see what that entails. I'm also excited I have a few shows that I've already got planned out. Dan Deacon is coming around this month, who's a really cool electronic artist. Last Podcast on the Left, a huge fan of them. They're doing a book tour. I bought one of their books for
Yeah, they're
when I go there.
fabulous.
That's going to be autographed. I'm really excited for, but like it's the same weekend as Anime Boston, so I have to load the truck and then go to the show. Yeah. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna hire
Shit.
everyone that I can to
sucks.
fucking help out and get the truck done in like 20 minutes. Yeah. But
That's a good idea.
yeah, just keep being a good person, good times, watch entertaining stuff, and be true to my like self in general and not waver.
Right on.
Nice.
Right on. Chandler, what do you got for us?
Yeah, I just want to keep that same momentum that I had in 2019. Stabilize financially, do more self-improvement, just kind of like make more time for myself and kind of like conserve my personal bandwidth, because I feel like I kind of spent a lot of 2017, 2018 diverting that to sources that didn't deserve it. And
Yeah.
I kind of like, burned myself out, spread myself too thin, and didn't really get anywhere with it. So
Treat
this is
yourself,
definitely like more of like
2020.
a Chandler me year. So yeah.
Right on. Yes.
Yeah.
I
like
love
that.
it. Paul?
Thank y'all.
Just looking for ways to just improve, to continue my own personal growth and making sure that I don't kind of get complacent or stagnant, and making sure that I challenge myself. I'm seeing a therapist soon, which I'm really excited about.
Congrats.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes. It's kind of like dating. I mean, I could go and be like, wow, she's banana balls. So,
Banana balls.
So, but it's just the point. It's just that if anything, it's just making the effort, and not and just try not to be too hard on myself and not give up too easily, and just try to be, and I'm gonna try to be better about staying in touch with family, just being a better person, better podcaster, better writer, better friend, better husband.
Nice.
So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. How about you, Angela?
I think for me this year, I am gonna really try to focus on my energy and just being more positive. I think that 2019, because I got that promotion, I did not have any concept of work-life balance. And during the Christmas season, to wrap up the year, I ended up the week of Christmas, I ended up what was it? I ran out of my e-cigs. They don't sell them anymore. So I was like, I guess I'm quitting smoking now. And then I started my period. And then I worked so much to the point that on Christmas Eve, I had pushed past the fatigue, and then I couldn't tell if I was going to either vomit or shit my pants or just pass out. And if I did pass out, I would definitely shit my pants. So I was like, don't pass out, because I was working so much, because it's our busiest time of the year. And I think after that, that was my wake up call of just I had been pounding just sugar cookies and vodka for the whole week. And I think after that, I was like, things got to change. So this year I am really all about feeling good and being happy, and I'm keeping it simple. I'm just setting my intention to be happy and just feel good and let the chips fall where they may, and I can only control myself. That kind of shit.
I fully support all of y'all.
Yeah,
Totally.
So that's it, yeah. And hopefully find a new fan fiction obsession.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We should start a book club.
That'd be hilarious. That's one of my New Year's resolutions. Do more book clubs for the show.
I think it's a great idea. Every week we could each
every month would be ideal.
Month, depending on how long it is. We just do a book club.
Yeah, and I think that should extend to shows as well, because I would maybe doing a
good time.
if we all watched an anime series together and talked about it.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. That's why we get you on the show. Well, excellent. Thank you all for listening in, for hearing our 2019 review. Lots of cool, fun stuff coming your way. Like what? I don't know. You'll have to tune in and find out, motherfucker. Yeah. 2020, spicy. But as always, make sure to drop us some love on iTunes, Instagram, Twitter, and as always, have fun journeying through the multiverse and enjoy your issues.
Yes.